so the idea is we need immigration. Like Western countries need immigration. And that point we agree, correct?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. And we also agree that uh, that there is issues that arise from immigrants coming into the country, for example, social cohesion issues, correct?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So, but it seems to me, which is to me quite surprising, that you seem to think that the negatives outweigh the positives outweigh the negatives, correct?
The positivism of immigration
Yes. I mean, you don't have any solution
to
for you don't have any viable solution for increasing the birth rate, correct? So we agree that we have to, just in order to prevent the collapse, we have to allow 200,000, like for Germany's example, 200,000 people in every year. It's not even allow 200,000 in absolute numbers, but minus the people that leave also every year. So you also have a lot. So you need net immigration of 200,000 people. So, and let's just take Germany as an example, okay? So for Germany, you would say let's do this 200,000 immigration, because all of the other solutions that you suggest, going back to monogamy, which we already agreed that that's not really the point. The point is that women and men don't want to make children. That's just a cultural thing. I think we agree on that. That's the real reason why the birth rate plummets, right?
Mhm. Okay, I just want to clarify a simple thing. Is the solution you what you're calling a solution is just I'm trying to point to a direction because I do not believe that because if I actually believe that these solutions are applicable, then I'm an idiot. I'm not suggesting them as solutions. I'm saying one should look at
No,
this
no. Are
direction
you in
if they wants to fix
favor?
this problem.
Are you in favor?
Yeah,
I,
I'm in fact, no, I mean, I would consider these as the direction to go, but I do not believe that they will fix the problem because this is you might I don't know if this is your philosophy in life or
you
not,
mean
but
immigration when you
not
say
everything has a
this,
solution.
right? When you say this, you mean immigration?
No, I mean the trying to fix the birth rate or trying to fix the country's problem by bringing in other people. I am saying that whatever it is, I'm not saying that the situation in these countries has a solution in the end. So, for example, it might be a dead end for white people, and that's it. They have low birth rate. They will have to bring other people who are not white, and then in the future we will just have no white people.
But
And
they
I
will
don't
just
see that as a
die out.
problem.
But they will die out by themselves as well. I mean, look at Japan.
Yeah. If
It's not like
if you close your eyes, if you close your eyes and wake up like 300 years ago and there is no Japanese people and the Japanese people is just an old culture that we study in books and we
sure,
know how they look because we had videos and stuff, but they don't exist anymore. That is a
sure.
possibility. That is how life
No,
goes.
but
I don't see a
how
problem
does
with that
no? But you why do you mention even them dying out by immigration? Like it has nothing to do with immigration that they die out. That's completely
because
besides the point.
you see, I can see why I can see like I can see the discrepancy here. The thing is that when you bring in immigrants, you focus less on trying to fix the birth rate because your metrics are matching now. Because instead of trying to fix the birth rate or trying to change the culture, you don't have to now because you're just bringing in another culture that has more children. And by
Wait,
doing that, in the end,
it takes 20
you
years
see,
to
you
it's
see,
but it takes wait, but you fixing the birth rate, that's a projection
but
into 20, 30 years in the future. So you have to do both at the same time. Like so the 200,000 people that come in every year, that have to come in every year, that's for this year. And you fixing the birth rate, that's not going to fix this year, that's going to fix 30 years ahead, that's going to fix 20 years
yeah,
ahead. So you can't
but
say
the birth
because
rate.
we're not focusing, wait, you can't say because we're not focusing. No, you have to, in both cases you have to do both in order to stop,
I
prevent
agree,
collapse.
100%. You are right. You are right. 100%. You are right. But
So
I'm saying
what's the
you must
argument? I don't
see
understand the argument. Why is immigration?
because
Why is immigration bad?
if you follow the for example the politics of any European country or any country that is relying on immigration, their efforts in organizing immigration is way how to say this, there are more resources in organizing immigration than in fixing the birth rate. And you can see the politics. I cannot just talk for Germany for sure. The two countries I can tell about that are in these conditions are France, which they have so many regulations for
For all
immigration that are
intents and
changing
purposes,
every
let's
week.
say that's still almost the same.
Okay. They are using a lot of resources, a lot of laws in the parliaments that are discussed are about immigration. Every president that goes to the presidential election talks about the immigration as like his top three topics. But the birth rate, it comes like as not even in the top 50. I don't know. I receive an email sometimes in Russia like, what are your suggestions so we can improve the situation? They try to tie it to financial reasons, like because there's not enough money for children, and they try to give one-off payment, like for every child you have they give you some money. But that has been proven, and some a guy has I cannot link the video, but the guy has proven that this is not a good idea to just dump money on people and ask them to have children. Let's just believe me on that, okay? So they're asking Russian people in the street, like, what would we do to have a birth rate? But then 5 times or 10 times more resources is being allocated on organizing immigration. So when you're saying is completely true, and I 100% agree with you that both need to be done. If you want to fix the society, you will need to keep the flow coming so you don't have problems right now, and fix the problem over the 20, 30 years of the birth rate of the ethnic people in that country. I agree with you, but more must be done in the first place in the department of birth fertility rate if you actually care about those people. Do you agree with me that there are more efforts done in organizing the immigrants? Because the politician who is right now in the spot, he is trying to make the numbers look good right now, and in 20, 30 years later that will be another politician who will have to deal with that problem. So you can see why I focus more on the solution of you see my point, right?
Mm, I understand what you're saying. The problem is it's with all short-term long-term solutions. So if you have a short-term problem, if your doctor tells you you have to you've had a stroke, you have to lose weight in order for you not to get another stroke. If you get another stroke, it's over. Okay? So
Okay. You
therefore,
take
your
medicine.
immediate action is to start losing weight. Right? That's the immediate action that you have to do. And you have to and obviously your long-term plan is not going to do shit if you don't survive in the short term. So it doesn't even matter what you do in the long term if your short term is not fixed. So therefore, it's completely normal. That's already one point that is really important. Why there is so much more effort in the short term solution. And then the second thing is that we don't even know what would be like. Where would you invest? Like I wouldn't even know where you would invest more money into in order to fix a birth rate, which is totally culturally. The reason is completely culturally. You can see the examples, countless examples. Like we've talked about financial incentives for people making children. It's not working. Like you look at all the financial incentives that European countries, which are aware of this problematic for a long time. It's not like they're aware of it since like 20 years or something like that. They're aware of this problem for a long time, and you can see all of the money that has been poured into motivating people to get children, and it's not really doing anything. People still, even rich people,
Yeah.
just decide not to get children. So where would you put this money? What would be the like? Would you put them in re-education camps and tell them that it's good to, or would you give them Bible class? I don't know.
Maybe there will be people who are smarter than you and me who will come up with a solution,
Yeah,
because
but
I
where would
too
you
do not
pour the
have one. You
money?
see,
I mean, you say, yeah, but they're pouring all this money in immigration and said they should be pouring it in increasing the birth rate, but no idea what that means. And I think nobody knows what that really means.
you can have even more how to say this, studies and research done on why and how. So you invest in the research department of how to, because it is a long term. So you see, the short term, we already know what you need to do, just bring in more people. That is simple. The other solution is hard, and the hard solution, the long solution, requires a lot of research and technological development possibly. And you see the point, where I'm getting at. You
I mean,
invested in researching the solution.
I would still invest more in maybe I would if you ask me, I would do the complete opposite because I think that this issue of low birth rate is not something you can just throw money at. I think it could be a giant waste of money to just throw money at the problem, it's not going to solve anything. I think I'm pretty sure. I'm not. I think at least that's what the past initiatives have shown. It has been shown that it's
Yes.
not really being solved by just giving more money. And then what I would do is I would pour even more money into immigration and make immigration better and make it such that all of the problems that we have from immigration, which are real, that these problems are being fixed and that these short-term
Bring better
solutions.
immigrants.
Sorry?
You want to bring better immigrants. You want to
No,
bring
no,
better
not at all.
immigrants,
No,
quote
no, not
unquote.
at all. No, no, not at all. I think that's pretty
No,
cruel,
I do not
cruel and
mean it in
horrendous.
that way. I do not mean